What's up, parents? How's it going? We are back from summer. I'm here with Kristen Zimmerman.
Hello.
My name's Kira Watson. I haven't been on in a while either. We both work centrally for the student team, and we are so excited to share some back-to-school tips with you. So, change is inevitable, and as school years start, I feel like change is kind of always happening. Your child's going into a new grade, you have a new schedule, your family's trying to get settled in, and we believe that now is the best time to make changes to your schedule to make your family life and your family values a lot better. So we're going to share 10 tips over the next couple weeks with you on how to best help your family get through the back to school season.
Yeah. So number one, we have you prove family values with your family schedule. So if you guys value connection with your family, how much time are you spending without screens? So if you're at the dinner table, are you sitting there, everybody's on their phone? Are you actually connecting, asking questions, or even playing one of those card games where it's like random questions for your family, which are actually kind of fun. If you say that Christ is a priority, then how much are you talking about God's word at home? What does your church involvement look like as a family? How are you serving other people who don't know Christ? What is the it for your family? What is your big goal at the end of parenting? If something does not align with that goal or value, then ask why is it on your calendar? So, for instance, sports are a big thing here in Texas. Yeah. Sports are all over your calendar. If Christ is a big thing to your family, are you spending as much time in the Word or volunteering or going to church or community groups as you are in your sports?
That's so good. Yeah. And are you modeling that for your students too in your life as a parent? I think that's so important. You mentioned the games at the tables. When my husband and I got married, we registered for, it's like this cube, but it's called Table Topics, and I think they have it for families too. But it is cool. You pull out a card, and there's like one or two questions that you can just answer about your day or about like random things that you like, and it's been really cool for our marriage to kind of go through those questions. So look up Table Topics. Maybe you can find it on Amazon.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna look for that. So like even my daughter, I mean, she's 19 now, and so there's still things I'm learning about her too. Like it's just random questions you never think to ask.
Right.
Because they live with you. You're always around them. You would think that you would know things, but then you find things out. You're like, oh, I never knew that about you. How did I not know that?
Yeah. I mean, my husband and I have been married for 5.5 years now, and we're still learning constantly about each other through these random questions that are silly, most of them, but some of them are serious, and it's really helpful to kind of go through. All right, let's move on to number 2. Talk through expectations for the school year. This is such an important point.
Yeah.
Freshmen, how are they hoping to start high school? What are their goals? 8th graders, you're at the top of the food chain now. So what does that look like? What kind of legacy do you want to leave in your middle school? And what are you hoping to learn in the position that you hold? For juniors, this is usually the hardest year of high school, honestly. With their grades and their assignments. Typically, juniors have a lot of homework. And so what are they doing to best organize their schedule and their calendar? Oh, this is such a big one. I wish more students kept a calendar. Yeah. Calendars are so valuable. And I feel like if students can learn in high school and middle school how to manage their own calendar and how to really be the holder of their schedule, it will set them up so much better for success into adulthood. Yeah. So talk to them about their calendars. Encourage them to use a Google Calendar. It's in their phone for most of them. So encourage them to do that. And that'll help you as a parent too. You can have a shared family calendar, and that way you all know where everybody is.
Yeah. Time management, like literally time management you use in everyday life.
Yeah.
Work, school, like it doesn't matter, but it's so important because that's how people get overwhelmed and frustrated, and it causes a whole bunch of things when you run out of time and you're running late or you forget something. And Yeah, especially like once they go off to college too. So they're going to be on their own. Their teachers aren't going to be, or professors are not going to be on top of them. Like it's going to be them. So,
or you make a commitment to someone to be somewhere and then you forget about it
Yeah.
because you didn't write it down anywhere.
Yes.
I'm guilty. Like if I don't put it on my calendar, I'm not going to remember.
Right. It's not real.
Yeah, it's just not there. There's also the biggest elephant in the room right now, I feel like, AI.
AI.
How do you talk to your student about AI when it comes to schoolwork? I think talking through expectations with them now, before they get into the school year and start possibly using AI for assignments. AI is super beneficial to help us as a tool to use spell check and to do all of these things. But it's so important for us to continue to use our brains as humans.
Yeah.
And so talking to them about the value of really challenging and applying yourself to push through the hard assignments and the hard tasks and maybe not make as good of a grade, but at least you did the work.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's not going to help you with if you're in a field of study and you're not even researching your project.
Right.
Like,
you're not going to know what you're even doing. So then you're going to graduate and
not learn anything.
Yeah. Waste of money.
Yeah. They do with art too now. Like AI art, people are just like putting stuff on there.
True.
And they're like,
yeah.
oh, this is what I made. I'm like, did you actually make this? Or
yeah, that's so true. Golly, AI is taking over the world.
Yeah.
It's kind of terrifying.
I don't love it.
Yeah, no. Not ideal.
Yeah.
So talk to your student about it.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I feel like it's probably not, but plagiarism is like, for me, you're not writing it.
Oh,
so
for sure.
Someone else wrote it.
Yeah.
Even if it was AI.
Yep.
So it's illegal.
That's a good point. It's illegal. You can get arrested.
Yeah, there you
Not
go.
actually, but
just think about it that way. Okay, number 3, emphasize to them hard is not bad. Too often we get past hard things so that we can get to easy things. Students can be taught a way better habit of learning through things. So students, for some reason, will say, once I get past blank, then it will get easier.
yeah.
Difficult things help grow muscles, and we need muscles as adults. We need thick skin. We need to have the skill of not overreacting, and we need to be able to work the muscles of focus and not escape. Okay, so in a podcast several months ago that I did, I used the term, if you're not failing, you're not growing. And so like that is one of the things. It's okay to like go through hard things. It's okay to learn from mistakes. It's okay to do all those things. Like as someone who struggles with perfection, like that is a big thing for me of like I want to be successful, and if I don't hit my goal or whatever, I see it as a failure. But I have to choose my lens and change my thinking to, oh no, what can I learn from this? And like, how can I grow to be better at that next time?
Yeah. That's good.
So hard is not bad and bad is not bad. You know what I mean? Like it's growing. It's good to do that.
And I think it's important to sit in those hard times a little bit too, and not just look at it as a thing that you have to get past.
Yeah.
I think as humans, it's normal for us to just want to just push through it and to just get past the hard season or the hard time or the challenging task. But if we can really just sit in it and figure out why it's hard and really kind of evaluate the season that we're in, it's so much more valuable because then we can learn from the hardship and move forward.
Yeah. And taking it a few steps further, talking about not just when it comes to work or studying or whatever, but if you're talking about relationships and friendships, a lot of things take time. And so sometimes you may get in a little tiff with your friend and like it's literally not the end of the world. Yeah. It's okay. Like you have to learn, you have to be able to teach your students conflict resolution because there's going to be conflict in their life wherever they go. Conflict with a professor, conflict with a friend, conflict with parents. It's all there. Conflict with your boss. Like you're going to have to navigate ways in the workplace that your parents are not gonna be able to do that for you. And so parents, it's up to us to make sure our children are successful, but that also includes like how to manage conflict and how to change your thinking or compromise or see the person's other side. So if you're going through a bad season with a coworker or a friend or whatever, it's not going to last forever, right? And so we can go into dating from this. Oh, wow. Okay. And even dating, it's so students sometimes, some of us think that they shouldn't date right away.
Yeah.
And depending on their age and in how mature they are and stuff like that, that goes into account too. But they will do it anyways.
Yeah. They will.
So what lessons in dating can we help them learn so that the future relationships are healthier?
Yeah.
And so that also goes back to like, how do you manage relationships? How do you manage tension, conflict, arguments? Like, what are your values compared to their values? And are you willing to compromise your values to do that? And so, it's just going to be all a learning experience, I think. So, okay, parents, that was part 1. So we're going to have part 2 in the next episode. So we're going to go ahead and sign off here. And just remember, you can do this. You are not alone. God is with you. And so are we.
Have a great week.
Bye.